Hey guys, welcome back. This is the part 2 video of how to handle bad trades. Remember, there's a part 1. If you haven't watched that yet, I encourage you to go watch that. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, a better setup in this case was obviously, again, in hindsight, I'm not saying everything is just like crystal clear and easy to trade, but a better trade would have been to see, oh, this is a lot of sellers in a very short amount of time. And if I turn volume on, we put the volume here, and you can kind of comparatively look the volume during the run up compared to the volume at the sell off when everyone was panic selling. That was a significant amount of sells. These are on 3-day candles. Let me put this on 1 day. Back to that moment in time. This was significant. So in trading, the technicals will always say, if you can see a big moment in time where people got shaken out, where the weak hands left the market completely, they're gone, that's a better opportunity to buy. But this is not a video about looking for great setups. The punchline is here, if you protected your bag with a little loss because you went long there and you closed it there so that you could re-long down in here and actually ride that up to in here and take your exit because you identified, oh, this thing's going parabolic and I don't think this will sustain, but I will ride this parabolic trend as far as it will allow, then that's a good trade. So you've protected your bag. Otherwise you don't have a bag left, especially if you're in a margin position. If you're in a margin position from here, by the time you're down here, you're liquidated and you do not get the opportunity to drive that, to ride that. So these are the concepts you just need to keep in mind. It's okay to take a small L. If it was a calculated move that failed, take the L and live to fight another day. The other thing is revenge trading is very common. And you just gotta, you have to make your peace with yourself that you're probably going to want to revenge trade. The saying used to be, I'm going to make it all back in one trade. The saying now is, I'm going to make it all back in one JPEG, because everyone's like, NFT crazy right now. But that's the concept. It's like, you need to, know thyself kind of thing. You need to know that if you took a 10% loss on your position, you're not thinking about, oh, well, what if I take an 80% loss, if it ends up going to these lows. You're focused on that 10% loss and telling your girlfriend or telling your buddy that you were just bragging to because you were actually up 10%. Now you lost 10%. So your emotions get in the way. You got to say, I took a chance. I took a gamble in this position. It failed and I'm fine. I am at peace. I find my zen, it doesn't affect me. I'm going to go eat dinner and take a nap and walk the dog and then come back and look for a new setup. And there's no better way to earn those positions back than keeping a clear head and not letting emotions get the best of you. And it's much easier said than done. Even for me, even for somebody who's done this for a long time, it is always a factor. And if you can identify it, if you can at least say out loud, like, oh, emotions are pulling at me. I'm feeling that emotional impulse to do a thing right here. Then you can at least stop yourself and you could say, oh, okay, I probably shouldn't do this. I should probably go walk the dog, or whatever the case may be. So that's my best advice. It's what I tell everybody, is to understand that you took the L. Just swallow it. It's a tough pill to swallow it. Okay? Let it digest. Don't let it get to you, because if you're revenge trading, you're going to lose it all. Like that's what I tell myself. Now, maybe it's not true. Maybe I get lucky, whatever. But over time, you're not going to get lucky enough times to just constantly revenge trade and then make it all back kind of thing. So all that being said, I hope that was a little bit helpful, kind of a mental way of the psychology side of trading and getting into it. This wasn't the video for setups and trades and that kind of stuff, but it was, the goal of the video was to help you kind of understand what's going on inside and battling that. Sometimes fighting yourself is the hardest battle and not necessarily just the charts. Especially if you make a bad move, like say you do a revenge trade, a week from now, you look back and you be like, man, why did I do that? That was so stupid. And if you think you're going to look back and have that conversation with yourself, then you shouldn't do it. You flat shouldn't do it. Okay, guys, I think that's going to do it this time. Thank you for your support. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/cryptojack and also on Twitter at _cryptojack. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time.